So I just wanted to talk a little bit about fit, tailoring, etc. Today I want to talk about sleeve length. So this is corresponding your shirt with your jacket. So the first thing to think about is the sleeve of your shirt, because actually that's your starting point. And if you haven't got your shirt sleeve length right, then the jacket sleeves are not going to correspond with it correctly. So for instance, if your shirt sleeve's too short, then regardless of what's going on with your jacket, you're not going to see that little bit of white cuff coming out, which I'll show you in a minute is really, really important. But secondly, if the shirt sleeve is too long, which can happen quite a lot, so if it's down your hand, then when your jacket's sitting in the right place, you're going to have way too much white showing, or you're going to have your sleeve of your jacket even longer to compensate that. And then you're going to end up with your shirt sleeve down here and your jacket sleeve down here, and it's just not going to look tidy. So first things first, we get the shirt sleeve correctly. We want it just sitting on our wrist bone here, so sitting perfectly there. So I'm just going to pop this cuff link in and then get that sitting right. There, that's sitting nicely on my wrist bone. Then the idea is I want to get my jacket sleeve just sitting above there. So yeah, happy with that. So I've deliberately put on a jacket that's slightly too big for me, just to demonstrate the sleeve and the difference that it makes with the bit of shirt sleeve. So actually, in essence, this jacket doesn't look too bad on me. It looks quite nice, and you wouldn't automatically notice that that sleeve's too long, because actually it looks okay. It's sitting on my wrist bone. It looks fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But it could just look a little bit sharper if I could see that little bit of white cuff, okay? So again, I don't want my sleeve of my jacket down here in my hand. That's better than having it down my hand, but I just think actually we could sharpen this up a little bit. And over the next few videos, I'll show you different alterations that you can have, that one by one they all add up, and then they make the suit look so much more tailored on you. Okay, so now hopefully you can see my shirt is sitting lovely on my wrist bone, okay, and then my jacket sleeve is just sitting about ½ an inch above that, and I love that. I think that looks really, really sharp. I think you can get away with anywhere between probably 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch, maybe even pushing it an inch of white cuff, and that will look perfectly fine. But I think, let me just take my watch off, but hopefully you'll agree that's one of those adjustments that once you've got that little bit of white cuff coming out, it just looks a little bit sharper. So that adjustment, normally, some people are really lucky they put on a jacket that fits them perfectly. If we do need to have that adjusted, and it's normally having it shortened slightly, it's normally around about £25 to have that done as a rough estimate on the cost. But I think worth every penny. It looks really, really sharp.